Dad, I think at home that at school is my dad because my mom is not sick, she's not working because she wants peace and quiet at home, and that one came sad.
What have you been doing lately with your phone?
Making videos.
She's making videos at home with a little phone that just the videos work. She's pretending like she's teaching. She puts it down and we'll hear her preaching, kind of like her dad does. Get your work done and stuff like that, right? Be a good teacher. All right, say see ya.
See ya. I'm coming back now.
All right, 6th grade. This is your language lesson for Wednesday, April the 1st. We will be reviewing for the quiz tomorrow, Thursday the 2nd, is quiz 2, language quiz 2. Today we will be grading some of lesson 9. So open your books to lesson 9 and follow after carefully. Some of you did not hand in all the work that you were supposed to last week. Now don't worry about it. Don't worry about handing. I figured it out. I have all your tests and quizzes, I think. But you were supposed to, in lesson 6, last week, you were supposed to record your grade and write the grade in the spot on your quiz, or write the number wrong on your quiz where it says spelling. You need to do that this week. Okay, you need to pay attention to what we are grading and what I want handed in. I gave you a list at the end on Friday last week of exactly what I wanted. Okay, that list needs to be followed this week. I will deduct 10 points from any grade that you did not give me. All right, and I will require that you hand that in next week with the rest of the stuff. So please, please, please keep track of what you need to hand in. It will be quiz number 2 in language will be tomorrow. Test in math will be on Friday. Those 2 things need to be handed in. And then this language lesson, and I will tell you exactly what that is. I will remind you on Friday. Again, I will have a list of exactly what I need. Please, please be responsible to listen to these videos and get me exactly what I want. I need all that work. All right, I will take dimes for assignments that aren't handed in, and I will deduct 10 points from any grade that's not given to me. Okay, I had a clear list last time, and you did not, all of you, follow that. So next time, please do better. All right. Before we look at lesson 9, it is time that we have a quiz on your reference sheet. All right, so put everything away. Well, you can have your book out. Get a piece of paper. You may not use your reference sheets now, so get a piece of paper out. And we are going to do a fairly quick quiz on what is on your reference sheet. All right, so I'll give you a little time to get a piece of paper and get ready for that. All right, number 1 for your quiz on your reference sheet, I want you to list at least 15 prepositions that are on your reference sheet. There's a whole list of them. I want you to write down at least 15 of them by memory. Did I say this is the video for April the 1st? Oh yeah, April the 1st, April Fool's Day. There is no quiz on your reference sheet, okay? I just pranked you, so don't worry about the quiz. Now, let's look at lesson. That was April Fool's, by the way. Lesson 9 in language. Now these we do need to grade, all right? Lesson 9 in language. Look at number 13. So mark these wrong, okay? And I need the number of wrong. When we're finished with this, I need you to tomorrow, and I will remind you tomorrow, to put the number wrong that you get from this lesson on your quiz so that I can record the grade then. All right. Lesson 9, number 13. You are supposed to write the 5 indefinite pronouns that can be either singular or plural. You will find them at the very beginning of this lesson. They are, in any order, if you're missing any, or if you have ones that are not supposed to be in this list, one wrong for one that's not supposed to be, and one wrong because you're missing one then too. Okay? So 2 wrong if you have a wrong one, then you're going to be missing one. Hopefully you just looked off the list. Number 13, any order. Some, any, none, all, most. Some, any, none, all, most. Number 15, circle the correct verb. Number 15 is are. If you have it underlined instead of circled, you can get away with it this time, but on the test it will be marked wrong. You know the drill. Number 15 is are. Number 17 is was. Number 23 on page 31, you're supposed to circle the direct objects, put parentheses around indirect objects, label the predicate nominatives and predicate adjectives. Number 23, you should have PA on top of long, hard. Long and hard are predicate adjectives, PA. Now, if you miss that, if you don't have PA on top of long, on top of hard, that's wrong if you miss it. And if you have anything else done with other words, it's wrong for that. Extras, wrong, missing, wrong. You know the drill. Long and hard are predicate adjectives. Number 25, you should have parentheses around you. We brought you, parentheses. And then sack and potatoes need to be circled. Sack and potatoes are direct objects. So you in parentheses, sack, potatoes, circled. So that was number 15, 17, 23, and 25. 15, 17, 23, and 25. All right, and then all I need yet is the spelling. So that would be numbers 31 through 49. Now, if you did not understand the directions for the spelling, you may go back and look at the directions and do it. If you weren't sure, make sure you do it right. What it wants is simply write the spelling words. This is page 32. Write the spelling words for each set of vowels. So in your word, the vowels will be in this order. They won't be necessarily right next to each other. Okay, number 31, O-I. Okay, but the O will be the first vowel, the I will be the next vowel, and that's all the vowels that will be in the word. They won't be right next to each other. Number 31 is orbit. All right? So if you did not do this right, stop the video and go do it. Okay? Number 32 is galaxy. 33, revolve. 34, lunar. 35, constellation. 36, eclipse. 37, oxygen. 38, astronomy. 39, theory. 40, universe. 41, astronaut. 42, solar. 43, meteor. 44, gravity. 45, satellite. 46, rotation. 47, phase. 48, atmosphere. 49, sphere, and crescent. Any order. You can switch those. The double E is sphere and crescent. All right? So these, put the number wrong from these on your quiz. So tomorrow when you take the quiz, write the number wrong, and I'll remind you of that. Put the number wrong for those on your quiz. All right, now let's look at your quiz just a little bit. You have a checklist on page 33, the checklist for quiz number 2. I'm going to look at the quiz and just talk a little bit about what is on. You will be able to use your checklist, your check sheet, checklist, your reference sheet, sorry, if I get that straight, for the quiz, just like you normally do. No adjectives. What are adjectives? Adjectives are words that modify nouns or pronouns. They answer the questions which one, what kind, how many, whose. All right, so check that out. And your reference sheet talks about adjectives. You will have a paragraph where you will need to find 15 adjectives. Okay, so you look at the paragraph. You check out the nouns, the pronouns, and see if there's anything that describes it. Remember that a, an, and the are always adjectives. Watch the possessive pronouns. Okay? His shirt. Her purse. His and her in that case would be adjective. Whose purse? Whose shirt? Okay, so watch out for those that would normally be pronouns, but in this case they're adjectives. So adjectives. The second part, you will need to be able to pick out prepositional phrases. And you will need to be able to tell whether they are adjective or adverb phrases. Prepositional phrases modify. If they're adverb phrases, they modify the verb. So you look at the verb and say, are there any of these prepositional phrases that say how, when, where, or why about the verb? If they're adjective phrases, they come right after the noun or pronoun that they modify, and they answer the same questions as adjectives. So prepositional pronouns, prepositional phrases, and be able to tell whether they're adjective or adverb. You will need to be able to write, the 4 plural indefinite pronouns. And I imagine that those are on your reference sheet, but make sure you know the 4. There's a whole list of indefinite pronouns that we've talked about. Only 4 of them are plural all the time. 4 plural indefinite pronouns. There will be one spot where you have to write the 4 plural ones down, and there will be another spot where it has most of the indefinite pronouns that we've looked at so far, and you're supposed to write S if they are singular, P if there's plural. Remember, there are only 4 that are always plural. So in that whole list, you will only have 4 with a P. So if you know those 4, if you know the 4 plural ones, then everything else gets an S. No matter what they look like, no matter what you think, no matter if you think they look plural. There are only 4 plural ones. Both, few, several, and many are the 4 plural ones. Know those. The rest are singular. You will have a section where you need to underline the indefinite pronoun and write what it is. Predicate, nominative, subject, direct object, object of the preposition, indirect object. Okay? Underline the indefinite pronoun and write what they are, how they're used in the sentence. And then you will need to underline the subject and circle the correct verb. And this has to do with the indefinite pronouns being the subject, whether or not they're singular or plural, and therefore what kind of verbs that they get. All right? So I will step aside and let you check out the board a little bit. Make sure you have that. Make sure you know what you're doing. Quiz tomorrow. Oh, there's one other place where you have to rewrite sentences correctly. This has to do with things like what for and how come, and also misplaced prepositional phrases. Okay, like we talked about that man drove a car with a red shirt. All right? So you know that the car didn't have the red shirt, so you need to have with the red shirt after the man. The man with the red shirt drove a car. All right, that's it for today. Quiz tomorrow. First thing tomorrow morning, I would just have a little bit on the video reminding you to take your quiz, reminding you to follow directions and stuff like that, reminding you to put the number wrong for this on your quiz in the spelling score. All right, good day.